Trevor Williams has not allowed an earned run in 24 innings. How impressed are you with his ability to stay sharp despite the infrequency of when he throws?
I'm impressed with his ability to stay sharp. You said it exactly. With it, he doesn't look at it as an excuse for failure. Some people do. They got a safety net. Well, if somebody else put me in this, he likes pitching in the big leagues and contributing to us winning games. So, a lot of it's about the attitude you take with it. But every good club has to have someone like that can swing around and do some of the things to maintain a certain level. While injuries that always happen seem, your ability to maintain competitiveness while you're, not to say Trevor couldn't be doing some of those things too, but not once has he ever put himself in front of what the team's needs are.
What did you see from the lineup? Second time around, maybe against Wheeler.
Well, another really good pitcher, and another is having a really good year, and hot. One of those August days that we all talk about in the spring and talk about during the season. It's going to be one of those days that you're going to have to kind of reach down a little bit and separate yourself. We talk about, there's a lot of times during the year where there's going to come some opportunities to, go through some things that are challenging, whether it be travel, whether it be weather, whether it be competition. You just try to make sure they're not self-inflicted. But our guys, they grinded the heck out of it. They just made it tough on him because you have to. I think we also caught him on a little down night. He was just missing on a lot of pitches.
You look at the week the last few days Marte's having. He had the 2-homer game in Atlanta, steals home last night's on base 4 times. What does this guy bring to?
He's a relentless guy. He just, he's the same guy every day when he walks in. No one ever says, "Hey, Starling." We have a lot of guys like that. You never hear somebody say, "So and so's in a bad mood." Whatever's happening off the field, don't bring it in the clubhouse. We talk about it all the time, or whatever may be affecting your psyche. The consistency of the team, and that's what Starling brings along a lot of other guys. They just, I'm sure there's somebody who can make it to me moody one day other than me. But, Starling's the same guy. He just, I told somebody the other day, he's through with off days. I'm playing every game the rest of the way out. We'll see.
Shape of your bullpen?
Good. Sammy getting that inning pitch for us and being able to stay away from Michael. I would have signed up for it in blood before the game that we would get out of that game. We may make a move in between to make sure that we're covered.
Well, you guys had that play at the plate and you attempted double steal. How much of that is something that you practice, or just, for instance, going doors and sticks at shortstop?
Yes. Good players makes your team look crisp and sound. But he anticipated it. We've talked about it, and it's something that he embraces. He's very much into the game within the game, and so is Jeff. And it's great to have a young player here to see how they embrace that part of the game, because it does make a difference.
You've talked a lot about players kind of sensing the moment in doubleheaders, usually with pitchers going deep to save the bullpen. But how about the offense tonight adding on late to allow you to keep giving?
Yeah, because that's a big team RBI, and our guys, I could tell they were trying to drive in those runs to keep Edwin out and try to save some bullets down there, because I thought Joelli had another, very quietly, Joelli's kind of hit his stride here for us in the time of need, and that's been good to see. Otto did a great job for us with a tough part of the order and in a 3-run game, and we were able to stay away from Edwin.
Does getting through this game in good shape pitching-wise allow you to settle on a startup tomorrow?
Good try. Well, I'll have it after the game, obviously. Yeah, I might do it too. I'll have it. And I'll talk to Bill and see if I can now sit down.
You had mentioned before the game about Taiwan potentially pitching Tuesday.
That's not what I said. I said that he will pitch sometime in the coming week. I would never commit to Tuesday.
No, but
whoever went with that is wrong.
You said as early as Tuesday.
I said somebody asked me that, and I said it's sometime during the week.
You said
which is Tuesday is part of.
Right.
You said
So we don't know yet. We just don't know. We'll make we'll have an idea after he gets through on Monday. So I don't know if anybody said it was on 2 today. That wasn't what I said.
But so you're not necessarily pushing Jake back, are you?
Not necessarily until we get through tomorrow and see how Taiwan is on Monday. We won't make any commitment. We got to keep our options open because I don't know how Ty's going to feel after he works tomorrow. He's going to have a big work day today, which means we have to wait and see how it goes on Monday to get the players back up.
We're going to make him small. I think it was 8 straight strikeouts. What have you seen for him for the past week? So,
well, I'll say that he's on the streak of good plate discipline. We walked his last at bat. You know, I wouldn't say to that. I'm not going to insult you by saying that's a break from the norm. You know, and I think because Major League players are so good that it really jumps out when something like that happens. But it gets your attention. But they're working on. After the game he had yesterday, I want to make sure he played today. To be honest with you, because I was thinking about playing Mark, but after he had a tough night, I want to make sure we got him back out there.
What was the conversation on the play at the plate during the review?
They were. I thought they were overtime wise. We got a clock too.
Would you have been surprised if it?
No. Today's what's kind of going. I know what they're trying to. The umpires are just trying to enforce the rule as it's given to them, whether they agree with it or don't agree with it, and whether it's good or bad for baseball now. We all know why it came in. We all know that they're only enforcing what we've been told. They've really doubled down and told everybody that, hey, seems like it's being looked at a lot more. Maybe the catchers have been taking more liberties with it. I don't know. I just know that we've talked to our guys about it and try to keep it from happening. It's a great play by Lindor. You'd hate to see it. And a great play by Michael to give him a throw he could return on. Good.
You now have a career best 24 innings where you have not allowed an earned run. What do you most attribute that to?
Look, it was a great game for us today. It's hard to win 2 games with a doubleheader if you don't win the first, but it was a good first date with me and Perez. We were on the same page pretty much the entire time. So for him to come in and do that, you know, not catching guys that he's familiar with is huge. So I owe it to him today because it's always especially tough for a new catcher coming in and learning all the different guys. So he did great today. We had tremendous defense behind me today. The double play, strike him out, throw him out, was incredible. And for the guys to put pressure on Wheeler like they did today and get him out of the game was big for us, especially the first game of a doubleheader.
How much pride do you take in whenever he's giving you the ball, whether it's coming out of the bullpen, starting a doubleheader, that you've been able to put up these zeros and give this team innings?
Look, I know my role, and I know we have a tremendous starting rotation. We have a tremendous end of the bullpen, middle of the bullpen, and beginning of the bullpen. So for everyone has fallen into their role nicely. I mean, we're in the middle of August right now, and there's truly no question marks when the game's in the 9th inning it's sugar's ball, and you can kind of place everybody in between in their certain roles. So I understand my role. I love pitching, whether that's starting or relieving. You know, it is what it is, and I'm glad that I'm able to contribute to this team and go on special runs like we have been. And you know, it was to win the game 1 of the doubleheader is especially big for us.
What has this streak been like for you? I think it's been a lot of runs since July 2nd.
Look, again, Buck puts me in positions that I'm going to succeed. He trusts me in this role, and it's something that I take pride in every time I touch the mound. Really, it's something that you know, pitching is not giving up runs, right? Like that's the purpose of pitching, is to allow the least amount of runs as possible. So Buck has given me opportunities and to pitch in these spots, whether it's starting or relieving, and I'm just thankful that he still trusts me in these roles.
You got a nice little ovation when you step off the mound. Is there an extra thrill when you and the fans are able to turn a stadium like that?
Yeah, I mean, it always seems like we're playing a home game with Mets fans in the crowd. So for them to make this trip, I thought I heard the 7 line today. So for them to make the trip out here, it's special for us, and it doesn't go unnoticed in our clubhouse.
there are faster four-seamers out there. Yours has been particularly effective this year. Just what do you think has made that pitch so good for you?
It's a pitch that I've always thrown. I'm very reliant on my four seam and my sinker. Like you said, it doesn't have the triple digits, but it's something that I take pride in, being able to locate it to all four quadrants. That was drilled into my head very young. If you can't throw strikes with your fastball, you're not going to be a pitcher. So I think that's something that has always just stuck with me.
You were around the last third or so of last season. Now you guys have already one more win than you guys had all of last year. What do you make of that?
I mean, man, it's a good group of guys in the clubhouse. What Buck has come in and done and expected from us has we've bought into. Everybody has stepped up and risen to the occasion. It starts with Buck, and it's a testament to the team that Billy has put together, knowing certain guys in their certain roles. And I mean, you also have leaders in the clubhouse like Lindor and Pete, guys that are pushing everybody around them to greatness. And it's been fun to watch afar from the bullpen. It's to see everything happen, and the guys that we have brought up and filling roles have done an incredible job. And success breeds success, and it's something that when you're around these guys that want to win and hate losing, it's fun to be around.
What did the last week of kind of preparation look like for you? Cookie goes down on Monday, and then we kind of maybe assume that you're going to get the call. I think you went from 28 pitches to 70 plus. So what did that kind of look like?
Yeah, it was just an unfortunate. We've been so fortunate with our starter health this year that, of course, 2 games in a row we had 2 guys go down. So we kind of just had to move some stuff around, and I was able to get an extended bullpen in Atlanta to kind of help my pitch count. I mean, I was probably at my end today of how far they were going to let me go just for health, and I think the last time I went length was against the Braves a few weeks back. So we were able to get a good heads up and throw a longer bullpen to at least give myself a chance to pitch 4 or 5 today.
How'd you like pitching in that heat today?
I mean, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, it's been hot all year. It really hasn't cooled down yet. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
First hit as a Met, first run as a Met, drove into. What did it feel like to get that one out of the way?
Primer hit, primera carrera, luego RBI también con el equipo. ¿Cómo se sintió para poder hacer eso?
Se sintió bien. Primero que todo, tremendo ganado el de hoy. Todo el mundo puso de su parte. William nos dio 4 buenos innings, después Bullpen hizo un buen trabajo, pero sí, no estaba tratando de hacer mucho en ese turno y de verdad pues aportar esas 2 RBI pues abre un poco el juego.
No, it felt really good. First and foremost, it was a tremendous win by the team. Williams threw 4 good innings. The bullpen came in, did a great job, but in that at bat, I didn't want to do too much. I just wanted to put the ball in play, and things ended up happening the way that they did. But I'm happy with it.
I know you take a lot of pride in your defense, and talking with the pitchers, it seems like it's been a very easy transition for them to throw to you. What is the most difficult part of learning a new staff?
Ya sabe que mucho orgullo en tu defensa y tú tienes que aprender todo y todos los pitchers que están aquí. ¿Cómo es la preparación para hacer todo eso?
He estado hablando mucho con Jeff, bastante, obviamente, pues un equipo nuevo, un equipo ganador. Me tengo que pues aprender todos los picheos, qué pitcher hace esto, qué no. Y pues nada, me he mantenido hablando con el pitching coach y de ahí a partir.
Yeah, I've been talking to Hef a lot about all the different pitchers. Obviously, this is a tremendous staff, a tremendous team, and a winning team. So you really have to focus in on that. But I've really just been sitting there with Hef talking about all the pitchers and trying to learn what they throw and how they really approach the game.
The play in the 4th, the Phillies reviewed the play at plate. Walk us through the difficulty of making that play.
En la jugada que ellos trataron cambiar en el 4º inning, qué difícil es una jugada así.
Nada, bueno, yo tuve un buen picheo para tirar a segunda. Lindor hizo un tiro un poquito que me tuve que desviar un poco, pero no sé qué estaban pues revisando porque el tiro me llevó a buscar la bola y pues, nada, pude hacer esta.
Nothing really. I received a good pitch that I was able to throw a second. The throw that Lindor threw to me, it kind of took me a little bit off course and kind of led me into that path. But I don't really know what they were trying to review because I had to go into the path to get that ball. But no, I just had to make the play wherever the ball was.
How difficult is it to navigate some of these new rules, especially when it comes to walking the plate?
Qué difícil es para poder jugar con tantas reglas nuevas como cuando tú estás en el plato.
Se tiene que ajustar a las reglas y pues esas son reglas.
No, you just have to adjust to the rules, and the rules are the rules.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you.
You're welcome.